Problems of agriculture sector of Pakistan and its solution. This is the topic. This is lecture number 13 in part 2. In part 1, we have discussed the drawbacks of agriculture sector of Pakistan, and we discussed weak inputs. Regarding this, we discussed machinery, water, fertilizer, and credit. Now we are going to discuss other weak dimensions of agriculture sector. I am Professor Shakeel Abbasi, and today is 14th January 2026. Time is 10 past 9. Hope that you would subscribe my channel. Let us move towards debate as availability of high yielding varieties of seed. As you know that high yielding varieties of seed assure a green revolution, means manifold increase in the output or produce of agriculture sector. We have observed this in 1960s and 1970s. Dear viewers, regarding seeds, number one is that our market is unable to meet our demand. Means the supply is shorter than the demand. The demand is 2 million ton of seeds, whereas availability is hardly 0.37 million tons. Means hardly 35% of the demand is met. So when we are far short of the our demand, definitely we would be unable to cultivate more land. As a result, production would remain low, as we have observed in 2024-25 that our main crops growth rate remained negative, that is -6%. Anyhow, this is number two is adulterated or the copied seeds availability, and this is because of negative tendencies of the market. Most of the business community of Pakistan believes in money minting. This is assured by speculative activities or provision of copy seeds in the market, and most of the local and international as well, they do this activity. Side by side, they have the monopoly. In Pakistan, it is Four Brothers and Jalandhar, etc. These companies are providing seeds. National level and international level, it is Ba and another is ICI. These two companies have the monopoly. So they do same activity almost, and that is the speculation. They create the artificial shortage at the time of demand, that is at the sowing of the seeds. They create the shortage and they earn abnormal profit. This is the practice. And likewise, quality is very poor. Seeds are adulterated. We actually, with imported seeds, we import so many other diseases, like as you have the American thrips, etc. We discuss in case of spray and insecticides and pesticides. So we import disease, and likewise we are short in fortification, that is preservation of the seed. On the one hand, at public level, we have the preservation facility, private sector has, and informal sector also has this, but they are not, informal sector is not familiar with the techniques of preservation, modern techniques. So sometimes they actually lose the seed because of mold attack, etc. That is the fungus or fungi, etc. Anyhow, these are the drawbacks, and the important drawback is that our seeds are very costly because of devaluation of our currency. Our dependency on imported seed in case of some crops, on-farm activity is very high, that is 90%. In case of crops, minor crops, it is potato, it is chili, it is import inflation from other countries. As a result, poor farmers cannot afford this. So far as credit is subsidy is concerned, to the large take advantage of this. Regarding certification, registration, and distribution, we are also weak. We at national level, we have the registration, certification for public sector institution at federal level, and it has the offices in main cities of Pakistan. But once again, it is subject to inefficiency because the people engaged at top level, they have the political affiliation, or they are from two services, Khaki and civil bureaucracy, and most of the civil bureaucrats, especially, they are actually inefficient by birth. Reason being that in Pakistan we have 12 occupational groups, and all the institutions by these occupational groups, they are subject to corruption. They are most inefficient. Take the example of Pakistan Railway, run by a railway group, whether it is Kent area, whether it is FBR. We are always short in resources. They fail to collect the taxes. Whether it is commerce group, our export are always less than the import. Whether it is police group, we are unable to control the crimes. Foreign service group, not to talk of anyone, everyone almost is subject to inefficiency. So how to overcome this issue? Another issue is that the timely availability is because of speculative activities. So we should have a strong district level seed verification, registration, fortification agency or the committee composed of different farmers, politicians, and all those stakeholders, farmers and technocrats, agri-scientists, etc. It should be at a door level. Subsidy should be given and should be assured that deserving farmers take advantage of this. It should not be confined to the feudal lords. It should not be manipulated by the feudal lords. Another dimension is that our dependency is very high, so we should develop indigenous seed. Indigenous seeds, today we have almost 20,000 agri-intelligentsia in Pakistan and more than 30 agriculture institutes or the colleges made be Pakistan Agriculture, such as NARC, National Agriculture, they should be coordinated and they should be asked to develop indigenous seeds with the local collaboration of local universities and international universities and research institutes. In this way, our dependency on imported seed in case of potato or chili, etc., can be reduced and we can save our foreign exchange reserves. Accountability should be and strict action should be taken by the district administration against the importers who believe in speculative activities. So in this way, they should assure, actually it is Deputy Commissioner or the IC of the Tehsil or the district who should be held responsible for the availability of the seeds and timely availability of the seeds. Quality seeds, not counterfeited or the copy seeds. In case of copy, we should have the very strong legislation, and in this way we can control it. Next is power or energy sector. Agriculture sector, power is used to run tractors, threshers, harvesters, etc. And here 80% agriculture machinery is on diesel. To pump underground water, that is tube wells. In Pakistan, let me quote here that power availability is 1.1 kilowatt per hectare. This is too short as against this in India it is 2 and in China it is 5. That's why they are doing agriculture miracle. Not only this, in Pakistan, power is too expensive. To talk about the diesel, within 5 years we see almost 100% increase in the diesel prices. So poor farmers cannot afford. They do the manual work, which is very hard, and we cannot go on actually extensive or intensive cultivation. So there is shortage of the water as well. So let me quote here that domestic sector, which uses 50% of the energy and remaining 26% by the industrial, and just 10 to 12% energy or the power is being used by agriculture sector. So our agriculture sector is backward because of no proper availability or costly availability of the energy. To overcome this issue, we should generate more energy and more cheaper energy. We are talking about alternative energies are renewable resources. In this respect, government has a step to switch over to solar energy is a very good project, a good initiative. And regarding this, I think that 6.5 lakh tubers out of 15 lakh tubers has been transformed on solar energy, which is not only environmental friendly, rather very cheaper for the farmers, and this is good incentives for the farmer, in the sense that subsidy almost in some cases 80% subsidy is being given to switch over to solar energy. At national level, I think $160 billion has been allocated in present budget to complete ongoing water projects, especially construction of reservoirs like Mohammed Dasu and Suki Kinari, Koala, etc. So within 5 years, we are expecting to get almost 8,000 megawatt idle energy up to 2030. So this is a good gesture to overcome this issue. Cheaper energy, environmental friendly energy, renewable energy. In this respect, another step should be taken, and that is movement on electric vehicles, agriculture machinery. And here Pakistan, there is no data. The government is thinking that regarding cars, they are of the view that by 2030, 30% cars would be on EV, electric vehicles. And if we move on this, we would be able to save more energy, and more energy would be available for agriculture sector. Next is storage facilities. Here Pakistan storage facilities are very poor. It is PASCO, Pakistan Agriculture Storage and Services Corporation, which was established by Zulfikar Bhutto in 1973. It is doing a very good job, but still it is not actually able to procure reasonable size of the crop concerned, especially wheat. Almost it is able to cure almost 60% of the available crop. It means that other stands spoiled, or it is taken by private sector even at higher prices. There is speculative activities. There are more than 500 or some, according to one data, 550 high quality big silos are the raised dams, mostly owned by PASCO. There is private sector, but data is not available because there is tax evasion and there is no documentation of the economy, but they are very costly. Once again, PASCO is subject to corruption, same issue. IAPs, they enjoy high pass, whereas lower staff because of poor salary and poor remuneration. They are involved in corrupt practices. So net result is loss to the produce. It is estimated that in some cases 50% of the crops stands spoiled because of poor transportation, poor storage facilities. According to USAID statistics, the three crops, maize, paddy and wheat, has to bear loss equal to 54 billion rupees per annum. Loss to the paddy is almost 22, and loss to the wheat is almost 12 billion. Another study is of the view that because of poor transportation and no cold storage services or storage services, in case of perishable and durable and non-perishable goods, loss is 22% and 10% respectively. And as I have quoted in previous lecture, that this loss per annum is more than 282 billion rupees. So this is huge loss because of poor storage facility. What is the solution? Solution is construction of more storage services. Especially loss caused by abrupt or the horrible floods can be reduced by good planning and early warning system, by construction of storages at safer places, and loss caused by the flood which took place in Pakistan in 2022 and recently in 2025 remained $22 billion and $1 billion respectively. The loss caused to agriculture produce or the agriculture sector, not talking about the bridges and the houses. Agriculture sector has to be a loss equal to $1 billion during 2025 and $22 billion in the flood which occurred in Pakistan in 2022. So this is the position, and this can be overcome in this proper forecasting. Then how to rescue, how to save the crops, how to save the people. So in this way. Another is to by providing reasonable incentives, that is in the form of subsidy, in the form of taxes. Taxes on inputs especially should be reduced. In the case of storages, electricity should be provided at cheaper rates, so that charges of the cold storages should be minimum. But once again, the concentration and the monopoly of these cold storages in few families and few areas should be overcome by the government, and government can actually do this by extending PASCO's network and the areas where private sector is placing the farmers. This is the proper. In this respect, government has launched a scheme through National Bank of Pakistan by giving the finance on nominal interest rate to construct modern grounds storages to store this produce. These are the steps which can overcome this issue to some extent, and another is the education of the people, okay, that you should not involve yourself in this nefarious design, that is the speculative activities, and they should improve them. So disease, I am talking about livestock and poultry farming. The share of livestock and poultry farming in our agriculture sector is almost 61% and GDP is 14%. These two subsectors of agriculture sector are very important. Regarding this AMR, antimicrobial resistance, then PPR, goat and sheep plague. This is I think Italian or French terminology. Then foot and mouth disease. These are the vibrant and popular disease are the dimensions. Regarding AMR, antimicrobial resistance, Fleming Fund, and it is actually Korea, which UK is providing fund for these schemes, and UK has provided 0.6 million pounds sterling to control PPR by 2030. And once again, by creating the awareness and they are providing vaccine and training to the agriculture staff. Korea has provided almost $10 million to control foot and mouth disease, and regarding this, they believe in trace and traceability regarding FMD, foot and mouth disease. This is a contagious disease. So they control, and they once again there is another dimension, and that is observation of AMR codex regarding preparation of food, and cross boundary transmission of disease to be observed properly. These are different dimensions which are being observed through different programs being funded by UK and then Korea and other countries. There is a collaboration between FAO and WAH, World Organization of Animal Health, regarding awareness, regarding provision of vaccines and joint collaboration, so that it should be confined to a country. There should not be widespread. It is ironic that size of livestock is equal to our human population, that is 250 million, and size of poultry is double to 60 million, means more than 2.2 billion. with for this huge size of poultry and livestock, we don't have full-fledged laboratory in Pakistan or full-fledged university of even local repute, not to talk of international repute. There is no full-fledged or proper poultry diagnostic and research institute or the hospital in Pakistan. There is no proper quarantine department. So these are the weak dimensions. In Pakistan, we have a few veterinary universities, but as you know that poultry farming and livestock is actually available in each and every village of Pakistan. So it's every union council, if we cannot afford, every tehsil should have a proper hospital as we human being have. Proper diagnostic, then we should have the quarantine, we should have proper information, we should have the proper training, more doctors should be trained, and people should be educated that it is not disgraceful to become a veterinary doctor. Rather, it is very graceful. Service to the human being and to the animal is equal. Equal scale should be given. Equal payment should be given. In this way, we can overcome this issue. That it is not disgraceful to become a ordinary doctor or the doctor for the animal or the poultry farming. So opening up a hospital in every tehsil like BHU or RHU, this is the only solution, and likewise medicine should be cheaper and they should be available. Adulteration in animal medicine is very high. As a result, death rate is very high in Pakistan. And next is the environment. Environment is very sensitive issue in Pakistan. Next is environment, and environment is very sensitive in case of a growing country because environment has no boundary, and economic development achieved by affecting the environment is not economic development. So we should be conscious what is wrong with our environment. When we talk about the poultry farming, we see that poultry waste, we find it is methane, CH4, nitrous oxide and 2O. That we also find NH3. NH3 means ammonia, which are harmful for human beings, especially for respiratory tract. Then noxious odor, microplast contamination. All these are actually very harmful for human being and for the environment. We see that our deforestation rate is 0.5%, and as a result 11,000 hectares of land we lose every year. You know that forest area is hardly 4.6 million hectare, that is almost 4.5% of total available land. Of other countries, this size is equal to 15%, 20%, even in case of Brazil it is 25%. So we cannot compare ourselves even with developing countries. Fuel is added to this injury, and that is utilization of ammonia, phosphorus in the form of different pesticide, insecticides in the form of fertilizers. To overcome this issue, in case of poultry farming, we should add treatment plants which should be properly disposed of. So it should not be thrown in the running water. It should not contaminate the soil as well. It should not affect human actually body. So this is the solution. In case of spray, we should move towards biological control. In this respect, on large scale basis, we should have to work on predators. So this is the modern one technique. In case of fertilizer, we can utilize the compost, we can utilize the manure. I have discussed in previous lecture and farmers should be educated, and the people should be educated. What should be the ratio harmful contents in different like pesticides, insecticides, and different other sprays and the feed, etc. Environmental pollution can be controlled by billion trees tsunami program announced by Imran Khan. It should be continued despite the fact no more in power. It should remain in practice. This is good program, and people should be motivated not to cut the tree. We should not only plant the tree, more careful. We should be conscious about the life. How many plants actually survive, this matters. So survival of the plant is more important. We should focus on this. Regarding this, we should control eruption of fire biannually in different forests of Pakistan, and this is the greatest loss to the flora and fauna and the environment. It is because poor irrigation system. Every year we lose some part of the soil, and total size is almost 9 million hectares, which is suffering from waterlogging and salinity. So I have discussed this, that how this can be overcome by tree plantation, especially the trees which need more water, and then by sucking underground water through solar run tubes. Then by lining the water channels, by matching them. In case of trees, we should focus on fruit-bearing trees, so that we should not only be able to have good environment, rather we should be able to get fruits at cheaper rates, and we can export these fruits in an international market. These are the steps which can be useful regarding this. Integration. Another issue is integration. Integrations mean the coordination and cooperation of different stakeholders. As you see, we have the input, then output. We have farm activities, non-farm activities. Means that major crops, minor crops, how many tractors we have to need to cultivate such size of land, then how much fuel would be used, how much seeds should be available in the market, then what should be the size of the transport, what should be the size of the tubers, what should be the size of water. So what should be the demand? There should be actually balance between demand and supply, but there is no coordination, because in we believe in free market economy, but not that type of free market of economy which is in vogue in case of Europe and America. They have proper planning, coordinations, but there is no central department, because agriculture sector is actually provincial subject matter. So there should be a coordination at federal level, that what is the demand and what is the supply. When there is proper coordination, integration, there would be timely decisions, and there would be no imbalance between demand and supply. So there is no fluctuation in the output and the input. So in this way we can overcome these issues, number of issues. So proper integration is missing in case of Pakistan economy. How much fertilizer we have to import, pesticides we have to import, seeds of potato, chili, and like things we have to import. Which one sector should be focused upon? For example, in case of Pakistan, it is citric, mango, and like things. Their demand is on increase. We should focus on, whereas the demand of almond and like things is going down. Why it is going down? We can think about this. We can focus upon development of indigenous technology, like development of alternative energy sources, etc. So proper coordination is required, which is missing, and in this way there should be a proper institution, the coordination between the farmers, the researchers, like NARC, PRC, institutions and colleges and the universities and students and international bodies and international rest of the countries, developing countries, developed countries. This way we can improve. Dear viewers, I think that lecture has become too lengthy, and to keep your interest intact, let us wait for the third part. Sooner I will be back, and you have to watch this. With this I end this part 2, and next part, that is part 3, I will discuss remaining issues and the solution. Hope that you would subscribe my channel. I am Professor Shakeel Abbasi. Thank you very much for viewing this. Let us switch over to part 3.